Hey everyone, it's Jaclyn. So today I wanted to sit down and film a makeup tutorial for you guys because I feel like I haven't just sat down and had like a nice chatty little tutorial in a while. So I wanted to do a makeup look based around this lipstick because I've been obsessed with it. This is the NYX Liquid Suede lipstick in Club Hopper. It's basically like a brown kind of color. It reminds me of like, you know, like the Kylie Jenner True Brown K or whatever. Anyways, I've been so into dark, bold, brown lipsticks, so I wanted to do like a bold, dark makeup look for kind of fall and winter, so let's hop into it. Okay, so the first thing that I've got to do is moisturize my skin because honey has been dry. I've got the Belif True Cream here. I've been using this stuff recently. It's actually been working really nice as a makeup base as well. I've been really into just using like really moisturizing face creams instead of doing like primers and all that. So I'm just gonna pat this in all over my skin. I normally like to bring my face cream like down my neck and like right over there as well. I also just want to apologize up front if I'm sniffling this whole time. I'm trying to like not, but I can't help it. I've got my nose, it's running, it's doing a thing. Okay, so I'm going to start off with my foundation. I'm going to use the Nars Sheerglow here. I haven't used this actually in quite some time, but my skin has been feeling so dull and so dry, so I think the kind of dewy foundation will help liven it up. So I'm just going to pop that all over my skin. So I'm just going to buff that in with my Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. This foundation is actually really nice for more like winter time and colder months, just because it does kind of give you that kind of dewy effect, but without being super like oily and greasy looking. And it still does give you pretty good coverage. I'd say this is like a medium to buildable coverage. I feel like for a while this foundation was like all the hype on YouTube like a couple of years ago, but I feel like I don't really hear that many people talk about this anymore. Ooh. My under eye circles have been so dark lately. I mean, I normally don't get too much discoloration under there, but I have not been getting enough sleep apparently. Now I'm just gonna take my beauty blender, and I really like doing this after I'm done kind of buffing the product in. Just kind of like to go over it with my damp beauty blender just to kind of, I don't know, I feel like it just kind of finishes it nicer and makes it look a bit smoother and more even on the skin. My beauty blender is definitely getting to that point where it's like super like porous and like kind of falling apart. I definitely need to buy a new one. Then to cover up my dark circles, I've got this Clarins Instant Light Under Eye Concealer. I'm gonna pop a little bit of that under my eyes. Ah, there we go. Much better. Just kidding, I'm gonna blend that in. I'm gonna take the other end of my beauty blender and just kind of stamp it in. I think my favorite part of doing makeup is when you get to that point where you have like your foundation on, your concealer, and you're just completely like one color and you look so weird. Kind of like at the stage I'm at right now. I'm just gonna go over some of my blemishes with my Nars Creamy Concealer. You guys know I cannot do a makeup tutorial without this thing. I'm just taking my Sigma P80 brush, the flat top little kabuki, to blend that out. So, while I have you guys here, I want to talk to you guys about my plans for December. So I've been thinking about it, and I think I'm gonna do it. I think I'm gonna do Vlogtober, or Vlogtober. That's not what I'm gonna do, Vlogmas. But it's not necessarily gonna be Vlogmas, but I'm gonna do a video every single day leading up to Christmas. So it's gonna be crazy. Some of them might be vlogs, some of them might just be regular videos or tutorials, things like this. But I think I'm gonna do it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you want me to do a Vlogmas or a Video Miss? I guess it's not gonna be Vlogmas. Maybe it'll be Video Miss. Is that a thing? That doesn't sound right. Okay, next I'm gonna pop on my eye base, and I'm gonna use Soft Ochre Paint Pot here. And I'm just gonna pop this on a duo fiber brush like this, just to really cancel out any veins on my eyelids. Now to add some warmth into my skin, I'm gonna take the Chanel Soleil Tan de Chanel, just on like a duo fiber brush like this. And I'm just gonna kind of warm up the perimeter of my face. Now I'm hoping this brush doesn't make my face go blue because it was slightly stained from when I did like a Halloween makeup, and it's just like, it's not coming out of this brush, and I've washed it so many times. But I think it's just kind of stained the white part of the brush. I don't think there's really any product. No, I'm not going blue, so that's a good thing. I really do just love me a good cream bronzer, what can I say? Okay, so now I'm gonna set everything in place. I just have a translucent loose powder here, and I'm gonna take a powder puff. I've been really into doing this instead of setting my face with a brush. I just kind of like setting it and really kind of pressing it onto the skin. I find when I'm using the powder puff like this, I use less product, but also I have way more control of where the product is going. And I think it's a bit more effective too, because it really just kind of locks everything in place. I'm gonna set my eyelids as well, just so that way it's nice and ready for the eyeshadow. Now I'm gonna set wherever I have any blemishes, but I'm gonna keep the majority of my face unpowdered just because I am a bit more dry. Okay, next I am gonna go in and contour a bit. I'm gonna use this Rodial contouring powder in 03. This has been like my go-to contouring shade for a while. I really like it. So I'm gonna take a smaller brush like this one here. This is the Luxie tapered highlighter brush, and I'm just gonna sculpt my cheeks. I'm gonna take a little bit of this powder and slightly contour the sides of my nose. I honestly don't really like contouring my nose too much because I find it looks really weird, especially on my nose shape, but sometimes I like to just kind of thin it out a little bit, especially like towards my eyebrows. Okay, and then to brighten up some areas, I'm going to take my Rodial banana powder, which is a recent addition and I really like it actually. I'm going to take this on a flatter kind of powder brush like this and brighten up under my eyes and a little on the tops of my cheekbones. Can you see a difference on camera? I did this eye, I haven't done this one yet. I don't know if you'll be able to tell, it just makes a slight difference, but it really does just kind of make everything look better. Okay, so for blush, I'm actually gonna mix together the Mood Exposure from Hourglass and a MAC Mineralize Skinfinish in medium dark, just to kind of get more of a lighter orangey, mauvey kind of cheek. I don't want the cheek to be too bold just because the eyes and the lips are gonna be very bold, so a bit more of a subtle cheek is what I'm going for. You know what, I actually really like the way this blush turned out. It's not too intense, but still gives you a little something. Next up, I'm going to do my brows, and I've got the Anastasia Dipbrow here. And I haven't cracked this baby open in a while, so hopefully I still like it as much as I did when I used to use it a lot. I'm just going to pull my mirror nice and close, so that way I can see what I'm doing. Okay, now that I look officially weird with these full eyebrows and nothing else on my face, I think we should move on to eyeshadow. So I have this palette here from Inglot, and I'm gonna use more of these warm orange and reds with a bit of the brown in my crease. I wanna go for kind of like a warm, neutral, defined eye. Does that make sense to you? I'm not sure. I'm gonna start actually by taking this more kind of golden-y color and just washing that all over the lid. So I'm going to start this off by taking that orange color on more of a defined kind of crease brush. I'm going to slowly build that up on the outer V of my eye. I'm also going to take that color and run that on my lower lash line. Then I'm going to take a blending brush and just blend everything in. And I'm going to take this color from Makeup Forever. It's more of like a caramelly kind of apple pie color. I'm going to take that and just blend that through the socket as well. Okay, and now to deepen up the outer V just a bit more, I'm going to take this matte kind of reddy brown color. It's the shade Embark. And I'm going to take that back on my pencil brush and just slowly build that up. Now I'm just going back in with my blending brush and just blending it all together. And now I'm just going to go back in with that original golden color, stamp it on my finger, and just press that onto the lid of my eye. Next, I'm going to go in with my Inglot gel liner, and I'm going to do a thin line with a slight little baby wing on the outside. Again, for this, I need to bring my mirror a little closer. Okay, so much for a little thin liner. It kind of came out a bit bolder, but that's okay. We're gonna roll with it. Okay, so liner is done. I'm gonna move on to lashes now. So I have these Kiss lashes here. These ones are the Lily lashes. I've actually really been liking these recently just because I find sometimes lashes that have a really thick band, they don't really work out too well on my eye shape just because I don't really have that much lid space. These ones are very thin and like super flexible, so I really like these ones. Lashes seriously make such a big difference. Like, look at the difference. Next, I'm just gonna go in with some mascara and do a light coat of that over top. So now that the eyes are all done, it's time for the fun part, the dark lip. So I'm going to start by lining my lips with this dark lip liner. Now it's not exactly a perfect match for this liquid lipstick, but it's going to be fine. This is just so I have a general outline. But what I would recommend if you are going to be wearing a dark lipstick or a liquid lipstick is to do a nice lip scrub beforehand, just because dark lipsticks can be very unforgiving, especially liquid lipsticks. So the smoother and softer your lips actually are, the better it'll apply. So I've already done that, and I already have like a lip balm that's been like sitting on, so my lips are prepped and ready to go. Now I'm going to go in with the liquid lip. Okay, if this is not considered a bold lip, I don't know what is. Oh no. Do I have lipstick on my teeth? No, we're good. Anyways, so here is the completed look with the bold lip and the bold eye. It definitely is quite a bit of makeup, and I rarely ever wear this much out. But it is fun for once in a while, and I feel like with fall and winter, like that's the time to do a bold makeup look. It just seems easier to wear in these seasons. So yeah, there you go for today's tutorial. Let me zoom you out so you can see the full look. Okay, so here is the look from a little farther back. The lip is definitely the focal point of this look, but I think if you are ever gonna do a bold lip, like liquid lipsticks are the way to go. I'm honestly not normally a big fan of liquid lipsticks just because I find them a bit drying and a bit uncomfortable to wear, and they sometimes like accentuate like the lines of my lips and make them look like wrinkly and weird. But if I ever am gonna do like a very bold, bright lip or a very dark and bold lip, I always go for liquid lipsticks just because I feel like they're a bit easier in terms of maintenance. I don't have to worry about them bleeding or smudging. They're typically a lot longer lasting, so liquid lipsticks are definitely the way to go. Did I even end up saying the name of this lipstick in the video? This is Club Hopper by NYX, if I didn't say that. But as always, I will put all the products that I used in this video down in the description box in case you want to recreate this look. Honestly, the longer I stare at this dark lip color, it reminds me so much of True Brown K by Kylie. I mean, I don't have it here to compare and swatch, but let me do a quick Google search. This might be a good dupe for it. Yeah, it looks really similar. Actually, this is funny. This makeup look that Kylie has going on, it looks very similar to what I just did. Maybe this can be an inspired by Kylie. I find makeup though, it looks so different. Like if I ever try to recreate, say, this look, it's obviously always gonna look so different because she has dark brown eyes. And if you have like light green eyes or blue eyes, you'll know, but like makeup always looks so different on lighter eyes. So even if I did like the exact same makeup that she's wearing there, it would look so different on me. She looks so pretty. This is such a gorgeous photo of her, side note. Well, unintentionally, this is a makeup look inspired by this makeup look by Kylie. But yeah, like I said, I've been really loving dark brown lips. I think it's so in, it's so trendy, and it's so fun to do for this season. So let me know what your thoughts are down in the comments below because I would love to hear from you guys. Make sure you guys subscribe if you're not subscribed already because I post new videos Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday, so lots of new videos coming soon. Thanks guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys very soon. Bye!